If in kinematic chain, if the last link is joined to the first link to transmit definite motion, then it is known as a kinematic chain, where two conditions, L is equal to 2p minus 4 and J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2, where L is the number of links, P is the number of lower pair, and J is equal to number of joints. If we have put the concern value in the above equation, then definitely we are get that the chain is in the link may be kinematic chain or not. Okay, so for that we are discuss one by one. Initially, the first one is the constraint motion. The constraint motion is divided into three parts: completely constrained motion, uncompletely constrained motion, and successfully constrained motion. Okay, you remember these three name: constrained, completely constrained, uncompletely constrained, and successfully constrained motion. If we talk about the constrained motion, then the above two equation means L is equal to 2p minus 4 and J is equal to 3 by 2 minus L, 3 by 2 L minus 2. We have to put the value of number of link, number of pair and joint in the equation. If both are same, okay, the equation, the value are on right side is equal to left hand side, then we will consider that it may be the known as a constraint chain or constraint motion mechanism. Okay, but if in the equation of L is equal to 2p minus 4, if we talk about the L is equal to 2p minus 4, where L is in the left side and 2p minus 4 in the right side. Same way, J is equal to 3 by 2L minus 2 in that equation. J is in the left side and 3 by 2 minus L in the right side. Okay, so if right hand side is higher, you remember that. If right hand side is greater than left hand side, then it called as a unconstrained chain. If right hand side is higher, means right hand side is greater then it called as a unconstrained chain. And if left hand side is higher, then it called as a lock chain. You remember the equation one by one. When we call as a log chain, when left hand side is the greater than right hand side, in L is equal to P minus 4 and J is equal to 3 by 2 minus L minus 3 by 2 L minus 2, then it is called as a, if left hand side is greater than, then it called as a log chain. Right hand side is greater than, then it called as a unconstrained chain, and both sides are equal, then it called as a constrained chain. Okay, I just show you with some basic equation that you can just see it here. I just give you one example where link 1, link 2 and link 3 is given to you. So number of links are, number of pairs are 3. Okay, and number of joints are also 3. 1 joint, 2 joint and 3 joint. Pair means we are getting where we are getting the 2 links, it is called as a pair. So 1, 2, 3 pair are there. Okay, so we have just put the value in the equation where L is equal to P minus 4, where P is equal to 3, L is equal to 3. So the value which we are getting of 2P minus 4 is 2, while the value of L is 3. It shows that the left hand side is higher. So it is called as a log chain. Now, same way for the next one, where number of links are 4. 1, it is already indicated in the diagram. 2, 3 and 4. Okay, number of pairs are also 4. If 2 links are joined at one point, then it called as a pair. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and number of joints are also 4, right? So if we have put in the equation that L is equal to 2P minus 4, where L is equal to 4 and P is equal also 4, then we are getting the same answer, right? 2 into 4 means 8 minus 4. So 4 is equal to 4. We are getting that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So it is called as a constraint chain. And in unconstrained chain, you can see it at here. It is one kind of mechanism where the shape is like a pentagon. So here number of links are 5, number of pairs are 5, and number of joints are 5. Okay, so we are considered, and if you put in the equation that L is equal to 2p minus 4, that we are get the value of right hand side is higher. 2 into 5 means 10 minus 4, so 6, right? So right hand side view is higher, so we are call it as a unconstrained chain. Okay, sometimes so it may ask in your exam that directly they show one figure and you have to describe that the chain is which kind. Okay, either it may be lock chain, constrained chain, or unconstrained chain. So based on that, you may be define the answer with proper equation. As already we we learn one thing that in link that there are three kind of or three types of links are there, that is binary link, ternary link, and quaternary link, right? So same way at here joints are there. It may be known as a binary joint, ternary joint, and quaternary joint. So sometimes many students are confused with the joint and pair. So when it may ask that types of joint in chain, then it may divide in three parts, that is binary joint, ternary joint, and quaternary joint. If we talk about the binary joint, when two links are joined at the same connection, when the two links are joined at same connection, the joint is known as a binary joint. Okay, ternary joint, when three links are joined at the same connection, the joints are known as a ternary joint. And quaternary, when four links are joined at the same connection, the joint is known as a quaternary joint. Okay, you have to remember that all these three, it is very important. I repeat, when two links are joined, so it is called as a binary joint. When three links are joined at the same connection, the joint is known as a ternary. When four links are joined at the same connection, then it's known as a quaternary joint. I just show you one figure. If possible, please see another video if possible for you. Then I just show you one figure. Hope so it may be visible to all. If you see the figure, then in this figure, at one point, if I talk about at one point, number of quaternary joint are if four. अगर किसी joint पर 4 point है, that is this point at where we are getting the 4 point, right? So the number of quaternary joint is 1. Number of ternary joint means at one point, if three links are joined, if you can see here, then there are 2 points where 3.3 joints are intersect at one point, that is these and this, means I and D. Okay, so number of ternary joints are 2 and number of binary joint. So number of binary joint means 2 points are joined. So based on that, we are considered that at one point where two joints, yes, this is the 1 point, sorry. If you see the figure, then ternary joint, you can consider it here also, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, right? Same way 1, 2, and 3, same way 1, 2, and 3, same way 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So there are almost 6 ternary joint, 2 binary joint, and quaternary are 1. So total number of joints, sometime ask in your exam with the figure. So on that time, you remember that 3 in the bracket, number of joints, 3 in the bracket, number of joint, plus 2 in the bracket, number of ternary joint, plus number of binary joints. So based on that, we are focused or we are considered that total number of joints. Okay. Now, very important point, that is degree of freedom. Before that, before start the degree of freedom, you have to understand that the difference between machine and mechanism, structure and machine. Okay, today we are trying to finish maximum, and if any query, then we will discuss later. The difference between machine and mechanism, and difference between structure and machine. One thing you have to remember, that structure means it's a rigid link when there is no relative motion. While we talk about the machine, then it's a one kind of links where relative motion is there. Okay. In structure, there is no energy transfer. Okay. If we talk about any kind of structure, then there is no any kind of energy transfer. But when we talk about the machine, then the energy is transferred and it convert into useful work. Okay. So structure member are transmit force only. While we talk about the machine, then definitely it may transmit power and motion both. Okay, if we talk about the example of structure, then bridges, machine frames, etc. are the example of structure. While talk about the machine, then lathe machine, as we discussed in the previous lecture, screw jack, pulley block, these all are considered as a machine. Okay, so these are some basic difference that you have to remember. And sometimes it may ask in your exam the difference between kinetics, kinematics, lower pair, higher pair, mechanism, and machine. So on that time, you remember the difference and important point that basic difference with some example. Okay, now start with degree of freedom. Very important point. Degree of freedom. The analysis of mechanism is the number of degree of freedom, which is also known as the mobility of the device. What is mobility? Mobility of the mechanism is defined as the number of input parameter which must be controlled. Whatever the input parameter is there, that must be controlled independently in order to bring the device in the particular position. If we have to put in any particular position, on that time there are few parameter, input parameter is there. If we are individually each and every parameter can control, then it called as a mobility. It is a number of independent coordinates required to describe the position of body in space. Okay, why degree of freedom or why mobility is required? Because whenever the body is in the space, then where actually it may be positioned. So that position, if we want to define, then we have to understand, we have to define the proper degree of freedom or proper mobility. You can just see the basic diagram, which is easy to understand. That suppose this is one figure that that are available in the space. Now, if I want to exactly define the location, so on that time it is necessary to define its mobility and define its degree of freedom. Okay, so we are discussed one by one. The planar mechanism and spatial mechanism is there when we talk about the degree of freedom, that we discuss one by one. Before that, it is sometime asked in objective, so it is important regarding movability and mobility. Movability means 6 degrees of freedom of the device as a whole, as through the ground link where not fixed and thus applies to a kinematic chain. Okay, the degree of freedom are fixed, which is 6, and there is no any fixed link is there. Okay, it is called as a movability. While mobility neglects this, means ऊपर की जो condition है उसको neglect करता है this and consider only the internal motion which apply to the mechanism. Okay, mechanism means where one link is fixed, and when we apply the any input parameter and we got some output, so it is called as a mechanism. If that applying with some internal motion, then it called as a mobility. Okay, so this is minor difference. Sometime maybe ask in your exam the difference between movability and mobility. That's why I added these 2 points. Description of mobility. So a link is to have n degree of freedom if it has an independent variable position in plane, then the number of degree of freedom n is equal to 3 in the bracket L minus 1 minus 2j minus h. You have to remember this equation. That equation is known as a Kurzbach criteria for mobility of the mechanism. To find the degree of freedom, n is equal to 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J H. Okay. So remember, this is the third equation. L is equal to 2p minus 4. Then the equation is J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2. Now third equation regarding degree of freedom. So okay, this is the third equation, but it is regarding degree of freedom. N is equal to 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J minus H, where L is the number of links, J is equal to number of binary joint. You remember number of binary joint, and H is equal to number of higher pair. Okay, already we define everything initially. Most probably what happened, what kind of example ask in your exam? In GTU, mostly they are not indicate higher pair. But when you prepare for the GATE exam, on that time, they mostly prefer, or they just giving the figure like where higher pair is present. If higher pair is absent, then definitely if higher pair is absent, then it H is equal to 0. So N is equal to 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J. This is the equation that you have to remember, compulsory remember, when we talk about the degree of freedom. Okay, degree of freedom are divided in two parts. That is, as I discussed earlier, planar mechanism and spatial mechanism. In planar mechanism, it is a one kind of simple mechanism that can represent on single plane. Okay, when we talk about the planar mechanism, then it represent on the single plane. And when we talk about the spatial mechanism, then it represent not with the single plane, but it require the more plane. Okay, in spatial mechanism, they have 3D motion path, or we can say that three-dimensional motion paths. Example of the spatial mechanism are like cranes, arm of robot. While talk about the planar motion, mostly there are only 3 degrees of freedom for planar mechanism. Okay, so if we want to analyze the planar mechanism, then it's very simple. As I discussed, pushback criteria कहाँ पे use होता है? So it may be utilized or application of the mechanism are in the 3-bar mechanism, 4-bar, 5-bar, 6-bar, or we are considered that in the lower pair and higher pair. Whenever it may use in the higher pair, or on that time H we are include in the equation. But if H is absent, on that time we are not include in the equation. On that time the equation may be 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J. Okay, you can just see the figure, which is very clear with you. As I discussed earlier, the equation that is 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J, very important. And many times this application may ask in your exam, the first figure, the A figure is given to you. You have to find, please take this screenshot. You have to find the number of L. You have to find the number of L, number of J, and if H is present, then H is also. And you have to prove that how many degree of freedom are there. Okay, I just show you with one simple example, so you can understand that. In figure A, L, hope so you know that L is the number of link, P is the pair, and H is the higher pair. Okay, so one by one, I just discuss the equation. L is equal to number of link, J is the binary joint, and H is the number of higher pair. Okay, already I discussed that. In binary joint, two links are joined at same connection. Okay, when two links are joined at same connection, then it called as a binary joint. So for figure 1, if we are considered that L means number of link. Definitely there are 1, 2, and 3 links are there, and the joints are also 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, where 2 links are joined at one point, so it is called as a binary joints. So the equation is like, as I already mentioned here, 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J minus H. There is no any higher pair, so H is equal to 0. So 3 in the bracket 3 minus 1 minus 2 into 3. Okay, 2 into 3. So it is totally 3 minus 1, 2 into 3, 6 minus 6, 0. So there is no any degree of freedom. If there is no degree of freedom, means no relative motion. As I discussed earlier, if no relative motion, then it is known as a structure. Okay, if no relative motion, then it is known as a structure. Same way, I just go for the next figure, figure number B, which is somewhat complicated for you, because see, this is one kind of reciprocating mechanism. This is first link, this is second link, this is third link, and this piston is also considered as a link. Okay, this piston is also considered as a link. So L is equal to 4 and number of link is equal to 4 and number of pair is also equal to 4. Okay, you remember that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is also a link. Right now it may not exactly look properly, but it is also a link joint. Okay, and it indicate with the reciprocating motion. So there are 4 links and 4 binary joints. So L, 3 of L minus 1, 3 of 4 minus 1 minus 2 into 4 is equal to 4 into 8 and 1. Yeah, right. So means the degree of freedom are n is equal to 1, or we can say that there is single input motion given to this. Okay, remaining 1, 2, 3, 4 that you calculate with your way, and mention the answer in the comment box. If any query, then I will share or I will discuss with you. Okay, same way there is some equation, but it may not ask in your exam, but it is important. So Kurzbach criteria for spatial mechanism, as I discussed earlier regarding spatial mechanism. So you remember the equation that 6 of L minus 1 minus 5P1 minus 4P2 minus 3P3 minus 2P4 minus 1P5. Okay, you remember the equation where n is equal to number of degree of freedom. I think this is just for your knowledge point of view. It may not in your syllabus. L is equal to number of links. P1, number of pair having 1 degree of freedom. Okay, it is given to you there when spatial mechanism is there. On that time, it may be given to you that this is the number of 1 degree of freedom and this is 2 number of degree of freedom. Same way for P3, 3 degree of freedom, P4, 4 degree of freedom, and P5 for 5 degree of freedom. Very important, Grubler's criteria for plane mechanism. If Grubler's mechanism is obtained by substitute n is equal to 1, sorry, n is equal to L and h is equal to 0. Aapko in place of n, we are put L and h is equal to 0, then it is known as a Grubler's criteria. Sometime it may also ask in your exam. So 3L, already I derived equation. So please refer it, very easy, nothing to be confused with the equation. So L is equal to 3, L minus 1 minus 2J. Definitely there is no any higher pair. Grubler's criteria when we discuss, on that time there is no any higher pair. So 3L minus 2J minus 4 is equal to 0. Sometime in place of J, in many books, it may consider as a P also. Okay, so you just remember that 3L minus 2J minus 4. This is the equation which known as the Grubler's criteria for plane mechanism. Okay, same way for the spatial mechanism. Definitely same thing we have to apply, where n is equal to L and H is equal to 0. So the equation we are getting for spatial mechanism is 6L minus 5P1 minus 7 is equal to 0. कहाँ से आया? You can just refer this equation, which are not in syllabus, but you have to, as per knowledge point of view, it is important. That's why I add in the equation. Mechanism we know very well. When one of the link of the kinematic chain is fixed, then the chain is known as a mechanism. There are two kinds of mechanism: simple mechanism, compound mechanism. As we discuss our whole theory portion from first point, that is kinematic pair, then Kurzbach criteria, kinematic chain. When if one link is fixed, then it called as a mechanism. When force and couple are transmitted, then we are known as a machine. Okay, it means machine require all the criteria from red to blue. Okay, at the end we are get the machine with the help of the equation, with the help of the kinematic pair, applying Kurzbach criteria. Then if Kurzbach criteria is followed, then we are considered that kinematic chain, and at the end we are seeing that if it may be kinematic chain, then one link is fixed or not. If one link is fixed, then definitely it's called as a mechanism. And if mechanism is there, then it may transmit, definitely it may transmit the motion and force and couple, then it called as a motion. So sometime if only ask in an exam that define machine, then I just request that please draw this diagram. If you draw this diagram, then it create a good impression, and definitely you are got the good marks. Okay, so this is the diagram of machine. Now inversion of mechanism, very important that we discuss in the next lecture, because it may require more than 1 hour. So inversion, which is very important part that we discuss later, and relevant to inversion, we have our first practical laboratory. Okay, so both parallelly we are take in the lecture. So inversion we are discussing in the next